everybody! Welcome to my channel. This is Renee Brown, and I'm so happy you're here to watch my video. If you like this content, please hit subscribe and like and comment and share with your buddies. I would really appreciate it if you did that. And so today I wanted to talk to you about 10 habits that I picked up in order to help me go zero waste, alongside the obvious ones of taking reusable reusable grocery bags and produce bags, and the obvious ones of water bottles and to-go mugs. Beyond that, general principles. So, number one is I use clotheslines and drying racks almost exclusively to dry our clothes. We are fortunate in the fact that we have a loft with plenty of space to put our wet clothes to dry upstairs. And we have plenty of space to have a clothesline outside for during summer. But we live off-grid. We bought a house that was off-grid in August of this year. And so the only options we have for dryers right now are ones that run off of propane. And we don't want to be more dependent on propane than we already are, so we just are going without. And so far, it's worked pretty good. That might change when we adopt kids, depending on how old they are. But for now, it's working just fine for the two of us. So number two is I use a lot less packaged foods when I'm cooking. I cook a lot from scratch. And for the last month, I've been doing a lot of the Whole 30 challenge, where there's no legumes, there's no dairy, there's no sugar or grains or alcohol, and it's definitely been interesting. I've been learning a lot how to cook even more from scratch than I did before, and the most I've thrown out to go to the landfill was produce stickers, which was kind of cool. And it's just also good to reevaluate your relationship with food occasionally and see what hang-ups you have. But it's been a good experiment. I like it. But another result of that is I've been using a lot less plastic. So, number three is no or minimal online shopping. So right now, I only shop online when I absolutely need something. Like, a couple months ago, I broke the charger for my smartwatch. So I just kind of went on Amazon and got a new one for like $3. It was kind of nice. But I used to be an online shopaholic. It was a mess. And it was always, everything that I bought was always packaged in plastic, and it was just, whew. I loved getting packages in the mail, and yeah. But I realized this was an issue last year, so I decided to take a break from both social media and online shopping. I didn't want to be tempted by advertisements on social media, and I also just wanted to be a lot more present in my life, and build up relationships with the people around me instead of just being always in my phone. So my social media fast went from early December of last year to April. So early Advent to Easter weekend was how long my social media fast was. And it actually did a lot of good for my mental health and my bank account. Let's just be honest. It did a lot of good for my bank account too. Because I realized I didn't need to buy things in order to be happy. So number 4 goes right into that. I stopped shopping in general for a lot of things. Obviously still grocery shop, but so instead of trying to buy things to fill emotional needs, I worked on building relationships with the people around me, including my relationship and like bettering my relationship with myself. So part of my shopping compulsion was, and social media addiction was the fact that I was comparing my behind the scenes stuff, like life, to someone else's highlight reel. And that's just really unhealthy. And I realized that. And it was also making me really unhappy. So part of that healing was just cultivating an attitude of gratefulness for the things and the people in my life already. Which led me to shop a lot less, because I realized, oh my gosh, I have so much stuff already. I don't need any more. So, number 5 kind of goes along with that. So I decided to do a lot more self-care, taking time to just do self-care. So like meditation, prayer. I did a lot of Bible study, but if you don't follow the Christian path, then you can follow whatever. It definitely helped me with my mental health and trying to figure out my life and priorities. So if I realized something wasn't in line with my priorities, I worked on fixing it. And I still do that. And it's made a huge difference. So I also, number 6 is I also got in the habit of trying to figure out where to recycle certain things. Like, I know that recycling isn't perfect. I know our system is not perfect. Goodness gracious, I know that. But recycling is a lot better than having things end up in the landfill prematurely. So there's often bag recycling, like the thin plastic film recycling. Receptacles at grocery stores, and sometimes Walmarts have them too. Usually recycling centers on the website can tell you what they accept and what they don't. So part of like going low waste is knowing what you can actually recycle. That's a kind of a no-brainer, but makes a huge difference. And there's also like composting services. So if you don't have space, if you're in an apartment or like a rental house or otherwise just don't have space, and there's a composting service near you, then you should probably set that up like ASAP if you can, because composting is huge. So, number 7 is learning how to DIY a lot of stuff. This is like a frugal and zero waste thing, because if you can make it yourself using stuff that you already have on hand, why would you want to buy stuff? So like household cleaners and toothpaste and fish scrub and soap and veggie and chicken stock, those are all like super, super simple to make. You can find recipes for all of those things on Pinterest. And it's actually kind of fun. Like, you feel really proud of yourself when you're done with that. When you've done something like that. So number 8 is a habit that Adam and I have been in for the last 4 years. We grow a lot of our own vegetables. As much as possible. We've been fortunate in the fact that we've been able to grow a lot of vegetables in my in-laws' garden. And this coming summer, we're going to set up a whole bunch of gardens at our property and be able to can everything, grow as much food as possible, because that saves gas, that saves resources, like we don't have to use produce bags, not that we do anyway, but like it does cut down on the amount of resources we need in order to like go get groceries or whatever. And the resources to get those food products to our grocery store. So it's much easier just to go outside and pick something. So, number 9, a habit that I started way before going zero waste. I don't wear makeup. I haven't worn makeup since my wedding, 7.5 years ago. But I have heard people ask about that, so there are some really good zero waste makeup companies, but since I don't wear makeup, I'm not really the person to ask. I will put links to some zero waste videos of people that use makeup and what they use, and you can just learn from them. Now, number 10 is a big one. Biggest habit that helped me go zero waste. The biggest habit is simplifying everything in your life that you can. So not only does this keep your journey on the more frugal side, but it also keeps you from having decision fatigue. Quite so much. I donated about 8 bags of clothes and 1 giant bag of shoes, a bunch of kitchen utensils, and a bunch of books to the library. The books went to the library. And my wardrobe went from an overcrowded closet to being able to fit all in one dresser. And everything that I wear fits well, and it looks nice on me. And everything in my kitchen I use all the time. Makes life easy. At least easier. So if an item is just sitting in a drawer or on a shelf or in the recesses of a closet or anything like that and not getting used, it's already going to waste. So my suggestion, this is just a suggestion, is donate things that you do not wear, use, or cook with on a regular basis. Just donate them to people that need them. And simplify things. Simplify how you do things. Life does not need to be nearly as complicated as we make it. But we're humans, so we do. But it's kind of silly that we do. But yeah, that's all I've got for today. And I hope you're having a great day. Again, hit subscribe if you haven't already. Hit the like button and hit that little bell icon so you can know when I post things. And I really hope you're doing great. And I'm sending you all of the hugs. Thank you so much for watching my video. And I'll see you later.